Hey, what's up? I'm Tony Hill. I'm a personal and small business credit coach, online marketer, and YouTuber. Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel, Making Sense of Credit and Making Sense of Making Money Online. Hey, welcome. Hey, today's video is I'm going to be talking about trade line reviews and then also a company that I like that I've used and I've sent, I send my clients to use. And if they're in need of a trade line, that sort of thing. But look, before I jump in, hey, look, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Smash the like button. Hit the notification bell for upcoming content. Feel free to make a comment. And most of all, share this with your friends and family if you think it's something they can use. All right. Hey, welcome, guys. Hey, look, first of all, it's been a while since I really talked a lot about trade lines and that sort of thing. I really kind of wanted, like I've been doing this for 35 years. They've been a great tool in the past. If you don't know what a trade line is, maybe take some time to research what trade lines are. I'm not going to get too much in depth in that. And I'm assuming most of you folks know what a trade line is, but I'm gonna kind of be actually this. Hopefully, this will be one of the better videos you see when it comes to trade lines, a little bit more in depth. But first of all, I just want to start with saying that first of all, purchasing or adding you as a authorized user to their account, whether you purchase a trade line or get on someone's account as an authorized user, and they're actually one of the same. Look, it does not fix your credit. Yes, in some ways it dilutes if you got bad credit, it dilutes your credit a little bit. You might go up a few points, but I would say don't purchase one for sure. If someone asks you, great, that's fine. But I've seen people spend, $1,000 to $1,200 for trade lines, and they've gone up 20, 30, 40 points, which doesn't make sense. It's not going to do a whole lot for you. So I just want to start out by saying that. But look, the two main reasons people will buy trade line is quick credit score increase for a better chance at a loan or credit card approval, to build their credit file by adding credit history. Authorized user trade lines can be an excellent way for some people to add high quality credit history to their credit file quickly. The Federal Reserve Board B in 1975 required credit card companies to add spouses to credit cards and report the credit card information to the credit bureaus for unauthorized users as if it was their own. Today, most credit card companies still follow this practice pretty close, except for they no longer ask what the relationship is to the authorized user. Three main categories that a trade line positively affects are your credit utilization, the amount you owe, payment history, and the length of your credit history. Your payment history and credit utilization amounts owed on your revolving credit cards can account for up to 65%. As you guys know, 35, payment history, credit, 35 payment history, 30% credit utilization on your FICO score. Might be a little different on the Vantage score algorithm. So, check that out for yourself. I forget, it might be the same. But guys know how I feel about Vantage scores. While I'm flying over, before you apply for anything, make sure you get your FICO scores. So look, with that being 65%, then it makes sense to use a trade line if possible. The best part of buying a trade line is all of the perfect payment history and length of credit history that's going to be added to your credit file will still be there after the account is closed. And what I mean by that is that if you don't know, once you purchase a trade line or somebody asks you to a trade line and they take you off or they take you off, it comes up as closed. The great thing about that, whether it's 60, 90 days, that history is still showing there. Nobody can take that away from you. It's still going to be there. That's a real advantage with trade line, especially for people with limited to no credit. because you could go from nothing to a perfect and lengthy credit history in a short period of time. Look, if you have no credit or limited credit, then choosing a credit line with a long credit history will make the biggest impact to your credit score. Seasoned trade lines with long credit history, you can add multiple years of perfect credit history to your credit report. Look, my thoughts once again on well, if you have bad credit, just don't do it. Work on your credit, then look at trade lines afterwards. Uh, Look, you should anticipate giving those credit points back at the end of that 60 to 90 days. Most trade lines will last for, some companies say they last for 6 years, 6 months to a year. I haven't seen that. With the company that I'm going to give you, generally 60 days, and then you're back. So look, you're going to go typically back to where you were unless you utilize that time frame. And here's what I mean. So once again, at the end of 60 days, once that account is closed, your credit utilization is going to go back to the original percentage. So if you got a high percentage before you bought the trade line, you're going to go back to that. If you bought trade lines with large amounts and long credit history, it probably reduce your percentage. Maybe you went from 50% to 10%, whatever the case may be. But after that trade line's gone, you're going to go back to that. This is good to keep in mind if you are looking to apply for a loan or a credit card that you did not qualify before the trade line score increase. You need to time your application. So when you're applying for something, loan, mortgage, whatever, you need to time in that 60-day window to apply for that to maximize your score and to qualify for the lowest interest rate and to get approved, right? So look, I would just be careful. The ones that I would be careful with is Citibank, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank trade lines, because, with research, I've seen sometimes 50 to 75% success rate of posting to the credit reports. And look, you might buy one of those and you might be fine, but just based on some research and also based on the company that I'm working with, their research also. Look, let me just get some confusion out of the way about what's an updated trade line means. You might see that sometimes, but this confusing becomes of credit monitoring services regularly send alerts out to view an updated trade line on your credit report. Basically, what they're talking about is an updated trade line meaning is when a lender or a funder sends additional updated information on the credit bureau once you're about one of your existing trade lines. So that's the difference. You have a trade line that you might purchase or come on as an authorized user, or you might get this update from the bureau saying that you have updated trade line, which means that the creditor just updated some information. For instance, when you make a payment to your automobile loan lender, and they will send an update to your credit bureau letting them know that you made an on-time payment and to adjust the balance to a lower amount. That's what that means. Also, look, I want to share this with you. There's been some big news in the trade line industries. First of all, look, the FTC, they don't like trade line industry. They don't like trade line companies. And they really don't like us having authorized users. And if they could stop it, they probably would. But this company called boostmycreditscore.net is getting sued. I think this was May 9th, if I'm not mistaken, and shut down by the FTC. Matter of fact, I tried to go on and look them up. I think yesterday, in the last couple of days, I couldn't. The website wouldn't come up for me, but for multiple reasons. Look, and then that's bad news for the whole trade line businesses, right? The takeaway is federal government does not like trade line industries, and if anyone advertises this product for any reason to boost credit scores and file that away to boost credit scores. So look, this not only goes for the individuals watching this, but also for you credit trade line companies. Make sure you're not using that language, boost credit scores, because that can get you in trouble. or trying to help people appear more creditworthy in any way. You can be sued, have your business shut down, and they will seize all your business and personal assets. This is the precedent that's being set right now. So be careful, guys. Just want to put that out there. So here's the company that I use. I like. They call TSC, Tradeline Supply Company. I generally refer all my company. I used to use another company, but they were way too expensive. But Tradeline Supply Company, I think they got like a new CEO. They've been around they're a newer company, been around only since 2017. Um, they had some issues with negative reviews and that sort of thing, but they a lot of I think people were trying to set them up to fail, which sometimes competitors do that. But I've been looking at them for a while, and I've been using them for a while. They seem to do a nice job. I've had a couple that I've used just to, everything I try to do is empirical between, really experience and observation. Um, but I like them. I like them a lot. Uh, they offer access to a long list of credit cards from which you may choose. And once again, they don't use those companies that I named. They try to stay away from. They use specific companies. They don't pretty much use Citibank, Wells Fargo, or U.S. Bank just because of the percentages of posting to the credit reports. Uh, and they are regularly as much as half the cost as their main competitor, offering seasoned trade lines, and they start as low as $150, which is incredible. You can look, and you can also make money with them. You could go, you can make from 50 to $300 as an authorized user, and I'll let you check them out. I'll put my link down below. Click my link. Look, I am an affiliate, so if you buy something or whatever the case may be, I will get a small a small fee or whatever the case may be, very small fee, but I am an affiliate. Tradeline Supply Company LLC does not, and I want to make sure they being an affiliate, I have to tell you this, they do not advertise Tradeline the express or implied reason to boost credit scores or help anyone appear more creditworthy. Rather, they simply offer the ability for someone to add it to a credit card as an authorized user with no guarantees or promises as to how long this may or may not affect someone's score. So look, once again, I am an affiliate. I'll leave my link down below. Once again, if you click the link, I do get a small commission. But I like them. Hopefully, this video has helped you in some way. Once again, it does not fix bad credit, and I would really say do not buy trade lines when you have bad credit. If you had a 430, yeah, you might get, it might add something to your score, maybe more than others. I've seen. I'm not, just because I don't want to get into the boosting score things, I've seen it from a wide spectrum. And you know what? Buyer beware. That's all I can say. I won't get into that because I don't want the FTC coming after me for saying how much or they will not boost scores. So, but it is a great tool. Actually, maybe you watch this video not once but twice and get something out of it. But look, hey, Tony Hill, making sense of credit, making sense of making money online. I wanted to drop that to you once again. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Look, we're still in this COVID-19 thing. And also, too, man, my heart goes out to George Lloyd and his family. Man, I sure want to see things change. That hurt my heart. If you are protesting, be safe. Also, stay 6 feet away, wear a mask, and protect yourself and your family. Tony Hill, until the next video, guys, I'll see you. Peace.